The Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. Illustrated by Bill Pappas. This is a Folio Society edition of the Screwtape Letters. It comes in this appropriately colored slipcover, which I'll put aside. And we have here the illustration on the cover. This is a cloth binding. You can see some of the texture there. And here is what the spine looks like. Like all Folio Society editions, it's going to be sewn binding and good quality paper. It's got these red end papers. Again, I say appropriate because Screwtape letters are letters back and forth from a sort of an apprentice demon or devil back to his boss, who happens to be his uncle, if I remember, something like that. And so it's sort of humorous and very biting, because they're talking about how can I get more souls? You know, like, what am I doing wrong here? I'm not able to turn enough people evil. And then the boss person, the more experienced person, writes back and says, oh, well, humans are like this and humans are like that, and the way you want to get them is like this. And so, as I say, it's very biting because it has a dim view of humans. And so it is their writings back and forth. There are lots of little illustrations here. They're this sort of cartoon looking thing, which makes sense because Bill Pappas was or maybe he still is, a cartoonist. There's plenty of space around the sides of the page, which is, you know, nice. I like to have a lot of space. The text itself is it's very readable. And as far as the content, that's it's very witty. It's hard for me to read it through as sort of as a novel, or it's not really a novel. Not really. It's a series of, almost like a series of humorous essays from the point of view of someone who's trying to destroy humans. You know, back and forth they write to each other. It's funny sometimes. I can't sit down and say, oh, now I'm going to read the Screwtape Letters for an hour. But I do nibble at it, and it has its moments. You know, maybe other people do. There we go. It says your affectionate uncle, so it is his uncle. Screwtape. C.S. Lewis was actually deeply religious, and so he kind of meant what he was saying here. You know, he really, that is not what he says on the surface, but what he's getting at here is something that he really felt, deeply believed in what humans should be like. All right, so that's the Screwtape Letters, published by the Folio Society in this case.